Fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use.
Well, whether you're 5 or 45, temper tantrums don't really go away for some people. Consumer reporter Kristen Severance explores the cause behind an adult temper tantrum.
Kicking, screaming, falling to the floor, throwing things. It doesn't take much to set them off. More and more adults are caught on tape throwing temper tantrums thanks to technology.
No, I don't no, oh my God.
Could there be something more going on?
Most of us are able to get angry and express our frustration in a constructive way.
For others, says therapist Diane Kolodzinski, something as simple as spilt milk literally is enough to send them over the edge.
Go to 0 to 100 really fast.
It's called intermittent explosive disorder.
People who have this disorder cause a lot of suffering. They themselves suffer, and they make a lot of other people suffer, and these people who are subject to the aggression.
Psychiatrist Igor Galinker says as many as 1 in 20 people now suffer from the disorder.
A person who has intermittent explosive disorder feel they don't have control.
Yelling, screaming, throwing things, hitting the wall.
Or worse.
They could hit the other person or push them.
What differentiates intermittent explosive disorder from a bad temper, experts say, is the disproportionate response. Cursing at someone who cuts you off while driving, for example, is pretty typical. But chasing the car down and ramming it could be the behavior of someone suffering from the disorder.
I was flipping out, flipping furniture over.
This man, who started a vlog about living with the disorder, says he was relieved to finally find out the root of his overreactions and even more comforted to learn it's treatable.
I started to work hard to do something about it.
Experts say treatment typically includes therapy and learning techniques to self-soothe. The exact cause of this disorder is unknown, but experts say it's probably caused by a number of environmental and biological factors. The disorder typically begins in childhood after the age of 6 or during adolescence and is more common in people under the age of 40. Back to you.
Fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. Why? Because if I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings and it takes you your whole check to take me there, I don't want to stress you out. You cannot hang with me. You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacation and go on holiday for the month. We are not going to be able to make this work.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
African-American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, he was a shock jock. And, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality, rest in peace.
Buy a dog and die alone.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
You date a bus driver? Would you date?
If he owns the bus. If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
This this is as nice as it's gonna get. So basically, I don't like someone who's based on like image, like he said the wig thing, but you have on a tight shirt and tight pants. So it's like, if you're gonna talk about someone else's image, you should look at your own image.
I looked at my image 10 times in the back.
This nigga's old. You see. Don't be talk about wigs and you need to go to the gym.
Hey, I don't also look.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Hi, my name is Jay Era. I look for a man who is respectful, who is also ambitious, someone that I can learn from. Yes.
Okay. And now what are some of your deal breakers?
Oh, damn.
Oh my God. Okay, that's cool. They must be not ambitious. My deal breakers, someone who's not ambitious, someone who has kids, someone who don't have their own place, their own car.
We do not care.
Is it a yes for you for her?
I'll say no.
Okay.
It's okay, because I was going to say no too.
Stop the cap.
Ooh, okay, why is it a no?
Because of that. You know what I'm saying? A little attitude, you know? But it's too much.
Too.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not gonna pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not gonna sit in every girl's face and, you know, complimenting them, you know? So I didn't find that offensive to me. But I'm very, like, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's gonna always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute.
Oh my God, bro.
You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
He's aligning relationships on surface things versus grounding them in the depths of our spirit.
That made me think about Kevin Samuels.
Why? Why do you think about Kevin Samuels?
In terms of what I think I wasn't subscribed, so for the record, I wasn't one of his.
I was gonna say, you better put a disclaimer quick.
I'm not one of his followers. But when I do talk to people that have been in tune with his messaging, it does seem from the outside he was trying to...
Look at those eyes, look at those eyes!
What's the word? Balance out the criticism, kind of even the playing field.
Is that what he was trying to do?
In hindsight of men who... Let me put this right.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Clean that shit up now. Cause like I said, I asked for fucking help, right? I asked for fucking help. I asked for fucking help. And nobody wants the fucking help. Nobody wants the fucking help. Right? Now y'all got some cleaning up the fucking shit. You know what? No. Since y'all can't find it. Fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Don't care how I want it now.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Okay, I think the message has been conveyed. Adult temper tantrums. Well, they throwing the temper tantrum all over the place. Still speaking about when we were children. Y'all will see what Mr. Z is talking about in a minute. And let's read this real quick. Adult temper tantrum is an uncontrolled outburst of frustration or upset, often triggered by negative emotions or an inability to cope with them. They can be verbal, physical, or both, and may involve shouting, slamming objects, or storming out. While sometimes dismissed as quote-unquote blowing off steam, these outbursts can negatively impact others. Oh boy. Yikes. Huh? They throwing temper tantrums all over the place, everyone.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? And oftentimes, they're always speaking about when they were children. Oh. Y'all want to see a temper tantrum? Because she might have to go 50-50. Oh.
I'm submitting to no man that expect me to go 50-50. You want your wife to bear your children, cook, clean, work enough hours to handle big bills, and take care of you? You expecting me to pay big bills, baby? I'm gonna want some bussy when I get off of work. Fuck is you talking about? Bend that ass over. Let that bussy breathe. This what you wanted, right? 50-50, right? And I do mean assume the position when I get off of work. As soon as I get off of work, that ass better be tooted up. As soon as he get up off me, I'm gonna look at him like, my turn. My turn.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Niggas be so quick to let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a trip. Pay a fucking bill. Pay a bill. Pay a goddamn bill.
Always begging. Damn.
Can we get on the phone? No, get on the phone with billing. Don't talk to me. Talk to billing.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Oh. See, we're going to address something in a minute, but guess what? Z ain't done yet. And our favorite temper tantrum on this channel. Oh, it's the best temper tantrum that Z has to offer. Oh, you want to see temper tantrum. Go ahead, Z.
Decenter men. This is not coming from a place of hurt, trauma. This is coming from a place of peace and happiness. And I just remember when I used to go out, and I used to just go out just to have a good time, laugh, great conversations, and just being a personality. My personality wasn't about getting a man. It was just about having fun. And I just want to get back to that. I just want to get back to me. And I'm tired of social media. I'm wanting to decenter men, decenter social media. And I just want to just be about me. I want to be selfish and self-centered as an ex-people pleaser, because everything nowadays is about getting a man, keeping a man, having a man's baby. And it's just too much. And I'm just getting nauseous. Just thinking about it. There has to be more to life than just men. And so now that I have these centered men for my life, I find myself actually having a good time. I go out in social settings. The objective isn't to get numbers, to get a man, to get a date. It's just to have great conversation. And I've been enjoying myself. I have. You know, I'm flirting. I'm having amazing conversations, meeting new people, and I'm just keeping it at that. And I like that. I feel in control, and I like how I have this I don't give a fuck attitude, and it's just very freeing. Whereas before, it was all about getting a man and hanging around women that wanted to go out just to get attention and to get a man. And it's just so exhausting. But now I actually go out. I'm actually having a great time. And I like it. I love it here, actually. I'm just tired of these videos. It's a man, it's a woman telling you, get a man, you need a man. You're gonna die alone. And I like being alone. I like it. I like it's peaceful. And this decentering men thing, I think it's necessary because a lot of women are exposing themselves to like temporary relationships just because they're listening to people online. And I don't know, I think it's kind of cute. I think it's funny because I'm a woman that actually enjoys being alone, right? I enjoy my aloneness. I think it's funny because some women feel like they're one-upping you because they have a temporary relationship. And I'm like, but your relationship is temporary. Even the women with rings, your marriage is temporary. Like, it's not lasting. It didn't last. A lot of women are in situationships, temporary relationships, friends with benefits, temporary relationships. They're just in these temporary relationships because social media is telling them that they need a man, or they should get a man, or hurry up, girl, better get your man before you hit the wall. It's like, it's just too much. And now I have moved to a space where I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And it feels so good because I just don't give a fuck. And nobody is going to force me to give a fuck. And I like it. And another thing, when it comes to this decentering men, I have embraced my masculine. I've embraced my feminine side. I've embraced my light feminine. I've embraced my dark feminine. I've embraced all of myself. And I love that for me.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Yeah, so we don't have that much time. We're gonna address what you said in a minute, Leon. We're gonna address that in a minute. And let's see if I can actually see these words on the screen. Let's see which one was first. It was this one. Okay. All right. And this was a response to the lady that that's in the link in the description box, right? Y'all gives you a second. Actually, let's make sure we shout her out correct. Okay, right? Tiffany Bird Harrison. Let's make sure, right? Yes. Tiffany Bird Harrison. Shout out to you. I'm gonna check out some other videos because I think I've seen some problematic titles. We gonna address it in a minute, but right now, well, address it in another video maybe. But right now, we're gonna address this comment that was sent her. I purposely X'd out the young lady's title. Please don't go troll the lady. As Obsidian said, we just observe and report back. Observe and report back. Don't troll these people. Don't go after them. We just observe and report back over here. Okay, let's see if Z's eyes can actually see this small ass print on the screen. And the young lady says, the first thing I noticed about YouTube versus Netflix was and they're talking about the Pop the Balloon show, by the way. The first thing I noticed about YouTube versus Netflix was that there were no dark-skinned black people besides the host. Oh boy, here we go. The thing that gives me the ick about the YouTube show is that this is exactly how middle and high school guys, particularly black guys I grew up around, were like. They nitpicked every little part of female's appearance and skin tone and treated her with disrespect. If you didn't follow their ideas of beauty, red bone, light skin, long hair, these are grown men stuck in middle/high school immaturity. It feels like I am watching a slave auction in real time. You see what they're saying, right? You see what they're saying? Okay. It feels like I am watching a slave auction in real time, and to go through that as a black teen was just as dehumanizing. I told you they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, still talking about who didn't want them in high school and in middle school. But of course, they're going to frame it like they were the victim of these boys, not men, but boys. I want to be very clear where we are here. There's a reason why I'm reading this. I'm gonna address your comment in a minute, Leon. Because the Deontay's and the FD signifiers and the waving the red flags, everybody keep on playing this game. That's why I'm addressing this, Miss Tiffany Bird Harris. You liked this comment and you responded back to this lady. Every woman, especially black woman on planet Earth, can always play victim of men. They're throwing temper tantrums because who didn't choose them and who didn't find them attractive when we were children. And as long as they frame it like the boys were picking on them, oh, there, everybody's there with black women. She could be 37 years old, still talking about who didn't find her attractive when she was 14, you know, a minor, a child. And people, there. Huh? Continuing. I was in Bible class in high school, and the guys all gathered around while I was sitting in my seat and basically said, black girls are nasty. But reference dark-skinned women's anatomy. This print is really small, y'all. This is, I think that's a typo. This was what black men I grew up with around think of me. You see? This is just one example of constantly disrespected I am by certain black men without me ever even saying a word. Once again, I did nothing. I was innocent and helpless and helpless. I was in it, and they just picked on me and made fun of me. This, once again, even the kids' color purple narrative. Black little girls are just minding their own business, playing with daisies and tulips, and here come the black boys to antagonize them and make fun of them and destroy their lives. Huh? It's always the same narrative. And at the end, she says, "Pop the balloon." Pop the balloon for me is another form of self-hate and stereotypes about blackness. Black men really do need to heal and learn to love themselves before looking for love from someone else. You see that framing? Black men self-hate. It's spilling on everyone. Every black person has to go through it. Black women, black LGBTQ, black children. Everybody got to suffer because black men self-hate. Huh? Yikes. As long as they frame it like it's not a temper tantrum that they throw in, but they're the victims of black boys and black men, everybody pretends like what they're really doing is not this. Huh? As long as black women speak as if they're victims of black men, that black men are antagonizing them, mocking them, making fun of them, everyone pretends like black women don't sound like this.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? Everyone speaks like black women don't sound like this.
Don't care how, I want it now.
Huh? As long as she can frame it like she is the victim of black boys, black men, the XY chromosome side of the game, as long as black women, black females, black XX chromosome, as long as they can frame it like they are the victims, everybody will play it like they believe it. What's more frightening, I don't know, which one is more frightening, Z? The people that pretend like they believe it or the people that actually believe it? Oh boy. Huh? Yikes. Huh? Which one is more frightening? Z doesn't know. Huh? And so let's address Leon's comment if I could find it. And there it goes. And Leon says, Eggs and Grits podcast responded to UNBGSM, or did they? Is it on YouTube? Oh boy, y'all might begin to stream later on tonight or early morning tomorrow. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if he addressed anything I said. Let's see if he does the Dr. Umar Johnson and say, I don't care. It's our responsibility. I got something to say about that one. Huh? With the women running around here throwing temper tantrums. So, Tiffany Bird Harrison covers Pop the Balloon. She speaks about media portrayals of this, right? She juxtaposes the Netflix version versus the YouTube version, et cetera, et cetera. And in her comments are women that are kind of cringing and whatnot. And once again, we're doing for the most part, because you know black women love to do this. We speak about black men's misbehavior and we make sure to say black men. When it's black women, it's black people. Say it again, Z. When black men are quote unquote misbehaving, we make sure to say black men. When black women are misbehaving, we say black people. But of course, continuing. So Tiffany Bird Harrison speaks on this, and Mr. Z scrolled through the comments, and I didn't get too far because I saw this comment, and Mr. Z kind of borderline lost it because black women, once again, always the perpetual victims of black men. But of course they are. Of course they are. It's always I wasn't the preference in middle school and high school, as if all the boys were the preference in middle school and high school. Huh? I wasn't the preference. And so they were making fun of dark skin, and they found dark skinned black women and dark skinned black girls unattractive, and they thought they were ugly and nasty. Now, when you talk to any dark-skinned black girl in the hood, she gonna be making colorist jokes against the dark-skinned black boys. But everybody all of a sudden forgets about that once we turn 18 or 22 or 25. All of a sudden, everybody forgets that the dark-skinned sister, the light-skinned sister, everybody was making fun of the dark-skinned black boy also. But he don't say anything, and he better not. Huh? But the dark-skinned black women get to run around here like this.
Fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
And everybody's running around the black community. There. And that's another black man that's in a relationship with another non-black woman. Say that better, Z. There's another black man in a relationship with a non-black woman, and that's another black man that goes SYSB him, and another black man that grabs his passport. Huh? Because y'all allow black women in the black community to run around here sounding and acting like this. Ain't nobody say nothing. Huh? Y'all act like while Vivica A. Fox was sounding like this, she wasn't throwing a temper tantrum.
African American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, he was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality, rest in peace.
Buy a dog and die alone.
You see that little sassy look on her face towards the end, huh? That little sassy look on her face. And what she's really telling the black community is, you didn't behead him when he mentioned me. When Kevin Samuels mentioned me, it should have been dozens, hundreds, thousands, millions of black men stomping him out in the middle of the streets. For me, she was throwing a temper tantrum. What she look like, Z? Huh? Yikes. Who was another person that threw a temper tantrum because apparently they can't find a $250,000 a year man who's gonna kiss their ass with their resting, constant, permanent, perpetual resting B face. Go ahead, Lisa Ray.
I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. Why? Because if I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings and it takes you your whole check to take me there, I don't want to stress you out. You cannot hang with me. You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacationing on holiday for the month. We are not going to be able to make this work.
And what she's really saying is, What did Mr. Z say about these bitter women who you tell them to leave the house party, they start cursing everybody out, they start trying to break everything on the way out the house, they get their car, they try to peel out in your yard, they try to peel out on the sidewalk, they at the stop sign, they call you to curse you out. A week later, they still blowing up your answer machine, cursing you out. If they could, they would send anthrax to the mail. Huh? Y'all thought Mr. Z was lying? Homegirl could have been walked out the goddamn store. What did she do? Oh no, I'm going to break things, throw things, push things off the shelves. Oh, and what she said, now y'all got something to do. Now y'all got something to clean up. What she said, I asked for effing help. I asked for effing help. Huh? What happened to Miss Tiffany Bird Harrison? It doesn't look like what Mr. Z is saying strings along in a good thought. It's not a good thought, right? No, it is. The young lady in your comments is throwing a temper tantrum, man. Excuse me. She wasn't chosen as a child. As a child. Emphasize that again, Z. As a child. I said it to y'all. When Z first entered the Black Manosphere, I said it. These are grown-ass women often speaking about who didn't find them attractive as children and as early adults. We're in our 20s, we're in our late 20s, we're in our 30s, we're in our 40s, we're in our 50s, we might even be in our 60s, and that's really what's sticking with them. That when we were in high school, middle school, when we were in high school, college, they weren't being chosen by the men that they wanted to be chosen by. Make sure you say that. It's not like nobody was looking, but it was the guys that they wanted. Shout out to Ostefko. What did Ostefko say? I want a gorgeous man. I want a gorgeous man so that people could look at him instead of me. She was paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing it, but me and my unfortunate looks or whatever the hell. Essentially, what she wants is, oh, damn, Ostefko pull that? Huh? You let real talk with Yanni talk. And she feel like she glowed up. When I was 16, when BGS was talking to that middle-aged woman from, northern New York, damn there in Canada, what did she say? When I was 14? Childhood rejection trauma. I told y'all. Huh? Yikes. And they're all throwing temper tantrum.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? They're all throwing temper tantrums.
Fair. That's not fair! That is not fair!
Y'all mess around and choose the lighter, brighter skinned sister with the looser curls or the browner eyes, or even a dark skinned sister with a shape to her, with a bubble, with some nice breasts or whatever. And what y'all don't know is there's a sister staying in the corner in high school. See, this is what y'all don't know. All these little weirdos typing all, right? They got their Twitter fingers going off. She was the girl in high school that maybe too many of you overlooked, or at least the guys that she wanted overlooked. And she was in the corner saying, what, Z?
Fair. That's not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? Everybody's talking about the young men or the men and the losers. Ain't that right, Deontay? All the young men are losers, right? All the men are losers. Meanwhile, you can't go nowhere on the internet without these women throwing a goddamn temper tantrum and framing it like they victims of black men. Huh? Framing it like they victims of black men. Look at the smug look at the smug on Ebony K. Williams' face.
You date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Huh? She wanted to rip Iyanla's head off for even suggesting a thing. Because what she's really saying is...
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
And what Mr. Z was looking for, I didn't have the time to get it. It's her response to everybody's response to that video. Oh, if y'all think she wasn't throwing a temper tantrum, y'all ain't see her doing all of this. And that was in Ebony K. Williams around this time? Huh? How blatant does it have to be? It's as if the foreigns and the FD signifiers and the conscious leads and the waving the red flags, they need black women to be so overt. I'm mad. I'm not a white woman. They need them to say it verbatim that way. They needed to be no doubt. They need the women to give them no wiggle room whatsoever at all. I'm mad. I got my degree. I went to school. I did everything they told me to do, and many of y'all didn't, but fine. I did everything they told me to do, and I'm still not politically and socially a white woman. And they commenced to throwing a goddamn temper tantrum.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? How they sound, Z?
Don't care how, I want it now.
How they sound, Z?
Fair. That is not fair! That is not fair!
Oh boy. Yikes. And you better believe it. And you know how else they sound? Nosy, please, nosy.
As a man, if you don't have house core job, don't look for a woman with house core job. And for the man that complain about women that do that, look for a man that has all three and they don't have all three. We can do that. We are women. You want us. You need us. Y'all want one thing from us. And mad because we boss y'all around because you're a fucking servant. You're a provider, right? You're a protector, right? You're a security guard and you're a goddamn assistant. Know your place. Stop being contradicting and bow down. Cause I'm sick of it.
Huh? And what is she saying, Z, for real? Translate all of that for everyone, Z.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? Who's another one that was throwing a temper tantrum, but she's cute and kind of light skinned, and everybody be giving her a pass? Go ahead, Z.
If you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is.
Because what she's really saying is I shouldn't have been reduced to be with someone like you. So what she's really saying, Z, is what?
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? Who's another person, cute, dark skin, throwing a goddamn temper tantrum all over Daily Wrap Up
I
too?
miss when men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
Huh? Oh no, not protect, provide, and shut up. Why you talking back, black men? And what she's really saying, once again.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Who's throwing a temper tantrum because they feel like black women don't have access to the rich men so they can exploit them and divorce them in 15 years, 10 years, and take half on the way out the door? Who's also throwing a temper tantrum, Z?
But my thing is, like, I don't understand the obsession with trying to make black women settle so much. Y'all don't do this with any other community. Like, seriously. Y'all don't do this with any other community. Do y'all tell white women that they should settle? Because last time I checked, anytime a white girl marries a black man, it's always when he's at his best and when he's rich as hell. You think Kim Kardashian was gonna marry Kanye while he was broke and didn't have any money? You think Kanye would have had a chance with Kim then? Or you think Kanye had a chance with Kim when he was a multi-million-dollar rapper? Let's be real. Like, y'all don't say this to any other group but us. We're tired of settling. We're tired.
So what is she really saying, Z? White women aren't told to settle. What is she really saying, Z?
Fair. That is not fair! That is not fair!
Oh boy. Huh? Oh boy. And Lion says, now play Ed short. You better believe it. Because to be frank, we're not really fighting for y'all like that. If you want to go, ma'am, you can go. Right? Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. Ain't that what y'all say? Hey, ma'am, we are not holding you hostage for all of the black women throwing temper tantrums because they feel like they're stuck with black men. Hey, we ain't holding you hostage. It's the white boys and Latinos that ain't coming to get you. You outside, you yard sale. Ooh, goddamn, Z, you said that out loud. Ooh, huh? Go ahead, Ed.
Mario, Jorge, Cartwright, Shane Sung, we got a thrift store of leftover bitches. They're leftover because apparently it ain't enough niggas is worth a damn. Whatever. Point is they left over. We need you to come pick them up. No instruction manual. Figure it out. Sprinkle some white ice on it. Maybe, I've heard the white ice is colder. Sprinkle some white ice on it. It goes with everything. If you come within the next 24 hours, we'll give you a complimentary book on how to date black women for white men. That's a $4 value.
That's a $4 value. Shout out to Mr. Shook to you. My favorite part, right? And let's read this from Joe's. And Joe says, Yannick, I think you meant to say Yanni, Yannick and her skills issue, right? And thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, right? Oh boy. So they're throwing temper tantrums, and Miss Bird Harris is taking this seriously. Miss Tiffany Bird Harris, once again, link in the description box. Married black woman to a black man, if I'm not mistaken. So all a black woman has to do is just play victim of black boys and black men, and we just gonna believe her, and she could do whatever she want to do after that, huh? She could say whatever she want to say after that. Black men are inept. Black men are too patriarchal. Black men are aspiring for patriarchy. Black men are actually too effeminate. Black men are too sexual. Black men don't find me attractive enough. Oh my God. See, some of these things sound mutually exclusive, and it don't gotta make sense. It just has to fit with the black man boogeyman narrative. Color purple, waiting to excel narrative. When he get all, he gonna leave. That's so white girl narrative. Huh? Black women get to run around the black community throwing goddamn temper tantrums because they weren't chose when we were children. You got a whole lot of people acting like they believe them, or maybe more frightening, they actually believe them. Oh boy. Huh? And Z wants to emphasize these women they're in the mud, slanging mud also. In high school, they're in the mud, slanging mud also. In middle school, they're in the mud, slanging mud also. Let me get this right. So it's a bunch of black boys running around the black community, just mocking and making fun of black girls. And ain't nobody saying nothing? Yeah, that's it. Huh? So the black boys are just making fun of the black girls all through the black community, and the black girls are just hapless and helpless, and ain't nobody saying anything. Okay, that's what we're supposed to believe, huh? That's what we're supposed to believe. And then those black boys become black men, and they just start mocking and making fun of darker skinned black women in general, but darker skinned black women, heavy set black women. Who marry more heavy set women than black men? I don't know. Who have more children with heavy set women than black men? I don't know. And yet, apparently, black men are over here making fun of black women's hair texture, their skin tone, their weight. And really, it's just a bunch of black women throwing a temper tantrum because they weren't chosen by the men that they wanted to choose them.
Don't care how, I want it now.
Huh? Z, why that clip? Don't care, I want it now. You heard what she said. Don't care, I want it now. Those are her literal words. Don't care, I want it now. Black women, everyone. Women in general, to be fair. Women in general. Huh? Black women all over the internet throwing a goddamn temper tantrum. All over real life throwing a damn temper tantrum. Huh? Yikes. Huh? Once again, adult temper tantrum is an uncontrolled outburst of frustration or upset, often triggered by negative emotions or an inability, say it again, Z, one more time, inability to cope with them. Triggered by negative emotions or an inability to cope with them. Oh boy. They can be verbal. Oh boy, wait a minute, the temper tantrum can be verbal? Wait a minute, Z. It says the temper tantrum can be verbal.
Are broke, and I choose to deal with you. I will belittle you. It is what it is.
Huh? Z, it said the temper tantrum can be verbal.
He's aligning relationships on surface things versus grounding them in the depths of our spirit.
That made me think about Kevin Samuels.
Why? Why do you think about Kevin Samuels?
In terms of what I think I wasn't subscribed, so for the record, I wasn't one of his.
I was gonna say, you better put a disclaimer quick.
I'm not one of his.
You better look, Miss Amanda Seals, you're not the only one from the Caribbean. I wish you would say that to my face. Huh? You better put a disclaimer on that quick. Who the hell are you? Huh? They can be verbal. Say it again, Z. They can be verbal. Temper tantrum, they can be verbal. Yikes. What else look like a verbal temper tantrum?
I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. Why? Because if I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings and it takes you your whole check to take me there, I don't want to stress you out. You cannot hang with me. You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacation and go on holiday for the month. We are not going to be able to make this work.
Huh? Yikes. They can be verbal, physical, or both, and may involve shouting, slamming objects, or storming out. Ooh. Huh? Yikes. Shouting, slamming objects, and storming out. Shouting and storming out. What would that look like?
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Yikes.
Hi.
Huh? They can be verbal or physical. Huh.
Hi, my name is J. Era. I look for a man who is respectful, who is also ambitious, someone that I can learn from. Yes.
Okay. And now what are some of your deal breakers?
Oh, damn. Oh my God.
Okay, that's cool. They must be not ambitious. My deal breakers, someone who's not ambitious, someone who has kids, someone who don't have their own place, their own car.
We do not care.
Is it a yes for you for her?
I'll say no.
Okay.
It's okay, because I was going to say no too.
Stop the cap.
Ooh, okay, why is it a no?
Because of that. You know what I'm saying? A little attitude, you know? But it's too much.
Too.
Yikes. So she's talking in a way that's a turn off to the men, and you see the look on her face, and what the look on her face is really saying.
Fair. That is not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? What does the look on her face say, Z? What does the look on her face say?
Don't care how I want it now.
All that little sass, all those little quick one-liners. What is she really saying, Z?
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? Because everybody in cornbread tube want to act dumb. Everybody, all these scholars, all these educated folks, when it's time to critique black women, it's little black men, it's black, the patriarchy, it's the patriarchy, it's aspiring white conservative. Huh? When it's time to critique black women, all of a sudden we don't even know what that is. A black woman, what's that? Well, I don't even know. But wait, we supposed to be saying something about that right now? What you talking about? Huh? Miss Tiffany Bird Harrison. It may seem like Z is not on subject. I'm perfectly on subject. That young lady in your comments who was reciting not being chose in middle and high school, she tried to make it seem like, oh no, these boys were talking about other people. Ma'am, stop. There's a whole lot of black women, late 20s, 30 some odd, 40 some odd, 50 some odd years old, maybe even in their 60s. You talk to them long enough, they're going to go back to when they were in their teens, in their early 20s, not being chose by the guys they felt like they should have been chose by, and they're going to be throwing a fit. How? It's like y'all really want to see them on the floor flailing before you finally say, oh, she throwing a fit. Oh, she's still mad about that. I don't know why FD thinks so many of these women, Kim Foster, are above it. Huh? Kim Foster over here saying, DDG and other men like him should be beheaded or should be put to death or whatever the hell she said. Especially when you messing around with a woman, a black woman who's pregnant or going through postpartum or whatever she said. Miss Foster, you could take it away and say what you really mean. Anytime a black woman feels slighted by anyone, especially a black man, that black man should be tarred and feathered and beheaded. His head and his shoulders should be on two different sides of a blade. Stop being a coward, grow some and say what you really mean. Stop hiding behind Haley Bailey and postpartum depression. No, Miss Foster, say it the way you really mean it. Say it the way you really mean it. That whenever black women feel slighted, or especially by a black man, whether it's justified or not, he needs to be deleted immediately, expeditiously. Shout out to T.I. Stop being a coward your whole life. A whole lot of black women throwing temper tantrums because y'all can't get black men to bow. And the institutions can't make men bow to black women. All your technocrats, all your talking heads, all your pundits, all the black communities, black leaders can't get black men to bow. Not the way y'all want it anyway. Huh? Yikes. Damn, Z, what does black men bowing to black women, what does it look like? What does it sound like?
Men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
Huh? That's what it is, everyone. And I'm glad we're in a place now where these women are essentially saying it. They're essentially saying, Kim Foster got one serious incident, and I wouldn't be surprised if she did say something that crosses the line. She said a lot that crossed the line, but that even her own subscribers would be a little iffy on. I wouldn't be surprised if she said some of that stuff on her members only stuff, or maybe on her Patreon. Miss Foster, you could just come out and say it. Huh? All these women throwing goddamn temper tantrums, and everybody's waiting for a literal on the floor flailing like a 5-year-old temper tantrum. Huh? Like y'all don't see. Is this not a temper tantrum?
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Yes, that's a white woman, but is that not a tantrum? Wait, y'all don't think this is a tantrum?
This is as nice as it's gonna get. So basically, I don't like someone who's based on like image, like he said the wig thing, but you have on a tight shirt and tight pants. So it's like, if you're gonna talk on someone else's image, you should look at your own image.
I looked at my image 10 times in the back.
This nigga's old. Don't be talk about wigs and you need to go to the gym.
Hey, I done lost a little weight, man. It's okay. It's cool.
That's what I'm saying. You worry about wigs, you should be worried about the gym and the diet and other things like that. I just feel like, once again, if you're gonna be focused on aesthetics, you should be aesthetically pleasing.
That's cool.
That's just my thing.
I feel you.
Plug.
And everybody thought it was funny. Then you watch the interview after this with him and her, and you realize, wait a minute, even the people that were supporting her initially, many of them were like, ooh, okay, yeah, no, she too much. Ooh, okay, no, she don't know how to shut up. Yes, even black women were like, she was too much. Shout out to all the people that just stopped at this, mainly black women. Oops. Because, black women love getting a black man told. Once again, there's another black man with his passport running to the airport. Another black man that does SYSBM. Huh? And Z, why would black men be doing SYSBM?
You will put other people in this organization at risk, and that organization does not want to take that risk. So you do not have this job anymore if you decline it. With any public health decision, there has to be a consequence to you not participating in that social contract.
Uh-oh. Huh? Damn, Z. Yikes. They're throwing temper tantrums. Z, sure everyone, well, actually, before we actually do that, I want to emphasize this to Tiffany Bird Harris, to apparently Deontay, which I'm going to have to respond to. I'm going to check out what Leon is speaking about well, after this stream. We'll get to it. Huh? Because everybody's acting dumb. Deontay, accountability at 5. No, now what? And how y'all gonna make us? Brother, if you listening right now, how are you going to make us? Accountable for what? For who? How are you going to make us? No. Y'all been trying for decades, and more of your sons and your nephews are popping up at the family get-together with the Latina or the white girl. How about them apples? Uh-oh. Huh? If what Leon is saying is true, Saint Cyr said he can't find it. Leon, if you're listening, Saint Cyr say he can't find it. Put it in the description. Well, put the link in the chat. No? Talking about that, let me read this right now. And Joe says, if you let them tell it, the boys kick dirt on the dark-skinned girls and let the light-skinned girls ride off the boys' shoulders. Yeah, ride it on the boys' shoulders. So yeah, no, the way you'll hear black women, particularly darker-skinned black women, speak is as if black boys were literally yanking them by their hair, saying, and I gotta say this in a more graphic way, you're nappy, you're ugly, I don't like you because your lips is black, your gums is black. Sounded like some old person from like the 1950s or something. Black women speak like the black boys were just mean for the sake of being mean. They were just innocent, hapless, and helpless, and the boys were just mean for the sake of being mean. Huh? That's how they speaking. Y'all gives you a second, y'all talk amongst yourselves. Okay, we're back. Huh? Yikes. And so I agree with that, Jules, 100%. And y'all get, as a matter of fact, we're gonna play this, and then y'all gonna hear some quietness for a little bit. Maybe I'll play the music. But y'all know, reckless streams, tax in effect. Y'all gives you a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. We're gonna play this first, though. We're gonna play this just for those of you who missed this in the intro. As a matter of fact, before we do that, fair use, and let's play this, and then we'll get back to it after.
Well, whether you're 5 or 45, temper tantrums don't really go away for some people. Consumer reporter Kristen Severance explores the cause behind an adult temper tantrum.
Kicking, screaming, falling to the floor, throwing things. It doesn't take much to set them off. More and more adults are caught on tape throwing temper tantrums thanks to technology. No, could there be something more going on?
Most of us are able to get angry and express our frustration in a constructive way.
For others, says therapist Diane Kolodzinski, something as simple as spilt milk literally is enough to send them over the edge.
Go to 0 to 100 really fast.
It's called intermittent explosive disorder.
People who have this disorder cause a lot of suffering. They themselves suffer, and they make a lot of other people suffer, and these people who are subject to the aggression.
Psychiatrist Igor Galinker says as many as 1 in 20 people now suffer from the disorder.
A person who has intermittent explosive disorder feel they don't have control.
Yelling, screaming, throwing things, hitting the wall.
Or worse.
They could hit the other person or push them.
What differentiates intermittent explosive disorder from a bad temper, experts say, is the disproportionate response. Cursing at someone who cuts you off while driving, for example, is pretty typical. But chasing the car down and ramming it could be the behavior of someone suffering from the disorder.
I was flipping out, flipping furniture over.
This man, who started a vlog about living with the disorder, says he was relieved to finally find out the root of his overreactions and even more comforted to learn it's treatable.
I started to work hard to do something about it.
Experts say treatment typically includes therapy and learning techniques to self-soothe. The exact cause of this disorder is unknown, but experts say it's probably caused by a number of environmental and biological factors. The disorder typically begins in childhood after the age of 6 or during adolescence and is more common in people under the age of 40. Back to you.
And we're back. Are we back, Z? We're back. We're back. For now, we are back. Right? Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Whew. Okay, y'all. Like I said, to Miss Tiffany Bird Harris, and I'm really not attempting to pick on the young lady, whoever that is, that posted the comment. What I am saying is we hear way too many of this in the Black community. It sounds neurotic. It sounds like Black women can't play to dozens. To be frank with you, I'm almost at the point of just telling black men and boys to stay the hell away from black girls. Damn, they're even their own female cousins, right? Because if everything is, oh my God, oh, it hurt my feelings. Everything black boys do and black men do, that's not kissing my ass, hurts my feelings. From what age? Since I can ever think and feel. Oh boy, Jesus Christ. Huh? It's always woe is me, victims of black men, black boys. This young lady was speaking, for those of you that don't know the comment that Z is speaking on, I got y'all. Give me 1 second. Here you go. Right? There you go. It's as if black women are always the victims of black men. Black girls are always the victim of black boys. They never instigate anything. They never start anything. They never initiate anything. It's always they're minding their own business. And here come black boys or black men to make fun of them, mock them, insult them, question their femininity, etc., etc. Compare them to white women and deem them lacking. It's always this narrative. Huh? And what they're all saying is essentially, black men, you can't win. You wonder why BGS used to play that as his intro. You can't win. Anything short of winning a race war, yes, Sarge, I told you, that is what they're saying. Anything short of winning a race war, kicking Margot Robbie off the European beauty standard and installing Lizzo on the European beauty standard, anything short of that, black women reserve the right to be mean, to be snarky, to be sassy, huh? To always play victim, perpetual victims of black men in particular, black boys in particular, huh? Anything short of black men making everyone else bow to the greatness of black women. Shout out to all the black women. And no, just stop talking crap about us when you're over there with the white women. That's not what y'all really mean. Huh? What's fascinating about the Pop the Balloon show is it's causing black women to do this 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing. Yes, it's now blatant and it's on camera. So now they can't just say black men, black men, black men, black men, black men, black men. Now they either do black men or black people. And when they say black people, they really mean black women. Huh? Wow. Whenever they say black people, what they're really saying is, I don't want to say black women. I don't want to direct any anger or any, I don't want to single out. There we go. That's the phrase I was really looking for. Single out black women. So I'm going to say black people. Now, black men could be singled out all day, every day. We make sure it's black men when it's black men. Even when it's not black men, we're going to say black men. But if it's very blatantly and explicitly black women, minding my own business, looking up in the air, ignoring, huh? Of course. But of course. Huh? And True Watchful says, Z never knocked off a ugly girl tax. And thank you for the super chat. I actually never have. Right? I actually haven't. But I really want to stress that. Thank you for the super chat, True Watchful. Hysterical. But I really want to stress that to anyone who will listen. Y'all gonna keep on allowing for black women to do this weird thing with intersectionality, where they're the perpetual victims of black men and boys? No matter what the interaction is, no matter what the altercation is, black women never initiate nothing negative. They're never on the wrong side of history, especially concerning black boys or men. How in the hell are you supposed to have a quote-unquote community when it doesn't matter what happened? A goddamn comet hit Earth. Somehow it's black men's fault. Just stop. Oh, Z, you about to say it. Y'all heard Z say it before. Stop being cowards your whole life. Tell black men the truth. Hey, we gonna make you pay for slavery, player. We can't do nothing to white men. We can't do nothing to white women, but we gonna make you pay for slavery. You got us out here on the same planet as white women. She get to be the beauty standard, and we gonna make you pay for it. Because we can't do nothing to the white man, and we can't do nothing to the white woman. So you gotta be the sin eater. Huh? Because I don't get to be Karen, because I don't get to be Becky, because I don't get to be Miss Ann, you gonna have to eat it. My attitude, my sass, my smugness, unwarranted sass, huh? One-liners, you gonna have to eat it, huh? Because it's not fair. And you better believe, you know that's what they're really saying, is it's not fair, huh? Z, go ahead and play it.
Fair. That's not fair! That is not fair! Fair. That's not fair! That is not fair! Fair. That's not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? And so black women get to run around the black community like that. They get to run around the black community like this.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? They get to run around the black community like this. Just remember, black men, black women are gods. You are mere mortals and you're not worshiping correctly. Huh? You are not worshiping correctly. Yikes. And that whole time you hear Ebony K. Williams and Iyanla Van Zant speaking. Huh? So he played for the people.
You date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in the society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver.
And what was Ebony really saying when she said, if he owns the bus? Huh?
Don't care how, I want it now.
Huh? I didn't go to school, Iyanla. I didn't buy these new nice things, Iyanla. I was in the bus down for the rich white man, Iyanla. Ooh, huh? I didn't do all of that. I don't walk around here with the resting bee face, Iyanla, for me to end up with the bus driver, Iyanla Van Zant. That's what Ebony really was saying. Say it again, Z.
Don't care how, I want it now.
Huh? Yikes. Now, how exactly did that work for Ebony K. Williams? 2 years later, test tube baby, and there you go. Huh? Yikes. So to Miss Tiffany Bird Harrison, Miss Tiffany Bird Harrison, to the young lady who posted the comment that Mr. Z is referencing right now. Once again, it's just black women and black girls always on the wrong side of these overbearing, pathological, wannabe patriarchal black boys and men. Just these mean, sexist, colorist, fat phobic black boys and men. Of course, right? Of course. These women ain't never say nothing untoward ever in their life, especially not to no straight black man. Nope, not ever. They never initiated anything negative. They never instigated anything. Nope, never. They're always on the wrong side of black boys and black men. Let them tell it. They're always on the wrong side. Huh? And then you wonder why your son's popping up to the family get-together with the Asian woman if they could get her away from the white man, that is. Huh? Yikes. Huh? Always. Let me see if I can read the definition again one more time before we get on this road. And adult temper tantrum is an uncontrolled outburst of frustration or upset, often triggered by negative emotions or an inability to cope with them. There you go. Z, you read smoother when you got to read fast. There you go. We might try to do that more often. No. Huh. A bunch of victims of black men and boys, but of course, you better believe it. Huh? God damn. Every time, no matter where you go on the internet, no matter if they were the bust down for the white dude, I guess I'll make reference to that right now. On Only Logical channel, and I saw it already. Only Logical caught it before. Well, actually, he covered it before I did, but I'll make reference to it right now. Cute sister, cute, slim, still fit. I think she got a kid or two for the white man. It failed. Now she's super pro black. Cute sister, cute. Got a kid or two from the white man. Now I learned my lesson, and I think that black men and black women belong to each other. And I think that black men, I think you got a mental issue, got a mental condition if you're not trying to be with a black woman. Oh, after the white man, you say this. Okay, yeah, that's it. Huh? Oh boy. That's why we say decolonize your mind. So you don't have to be the bust down for the white man, have 2 and 3 kids for him, and then try to double back to black men. Ma'am, do you appreciate what you're trying to say? Ask black men to do here. You don't really appreciate what you asking black men to do here, do you? You know how insulting it is to ask black men to try to demand black men in America, with America's history, to be the stepdad to your mixed kids in America? You want to talk about emasculating? Huh? Boy, if that ain't cook behavior, if that's not cook behavior, you tell Z what is. Huh? You tell Z what is. If that's not cook behavior that you're attempting to get black men to sign up for, you tell Z what is cook behavior. Huh? Yikes. So to Miss Tiffany Bird Harrison, no, black women are not the perpetual victims of black men. And just because they give you really good stories and narratives, huh? And it gets you in your feels and colorism and texturism, doesn't mean they're always the victims of black boys and men. Jesus Christ. I was in Catholic school. They were making fun of me. Huh? I was in communion class. They were making fun of me. I was in Bible study. They were making fun of me. I was sitting in the cafeteria. They were making fun of me. It's always the same thing. And everybody act like y'all believe them too. like we were in All Children, all playing the dozens. Now 20 years later, now black women are over here heartbroken. Huh? Like black women weren't calling dark-skinned brothers all type of crispy and crunchy. Huh? Now 20 years out, they were making fun of me. I said it before. Let Z say it again. Y'all heard it here first. These got to be the most aggressive and fragile people on the face of the earth. How are you so goddamn fragile while being so damn aggressive? Chihuahua much? Black women so goddamn aggressive concerning black men, and yet so fragile. They were making fun of me. Grown-ass black women, mean as hell, sassy as hell. You would have thought they just learned that sass when they were 12, 13 years old, and now they just being sassy with everybody. No, these women be 38, 42, 45, 50, 55, sassy as hell, and then wonder why nobody wants to be around them for anything other than some gawk. Goddamn, Z. Huh? Your white coworker don't want to be around you other than the time when y'all in the car making a rock. Goddamn Z. Huh? Your Latino mechanic don't want to be around you other than the time when you paying him in a different type of way. Ooh, for the services. Yikes. Your black male neighbors don't want to be around you for anything more than what you got to do for him cutting your yard for the free. It wasn't really free now, was it? Huh? It's always the same thing. Nobody want to be around these mean, snarky, rude, sassy ass women, particularly black women. And then they get to play victim. Black women are telling the whole world, definitely black men. So if I can't be sassy, then you shouldn't be around me then if I don't get to be the real me. And black men said, I bet. Oops. Should have never been calling his bluff. Huh? Yikes. Huh? Aggressive and fragile simultaneously. Always victims of black males, whether it's black boys, whether it's black men. Recounting stories from 10 and 15 and 20 and 30 and maybe even 40 years ago. They were making fun of me? Oh, God. They're so colorist, and their features and their... Jesus. Who died and made y'all white women? And shame on FD and Foreign Man and Deontay and Dr. Umar Johnson and whoever the hell for acting like y'all believe them. Dr. Umar, your baby mother weaponized your daughter against you, sir. Your baby mother weaponized your daughter against you. Those are your daughter is the one, your daughter, the women like your daughter are the ones that you want us to turn around and marry. Huh? What the hell can an average black man, even a highly educated black man, what can a black man do with that, sir? Huh? What can you do with Aoki Lee after she was the bust down for the creakly crackly old white man? What can you do with her? Huh? What can you do with Jodie Turner-Smith after she was the bust down for Pacey of all people? One night stand, then she the one proposing. What can you do with her after that? Miss Tiffany Bird Harrison, what can we do with her after that? Huh? You can't do nothing with Tracy Ellis Ross. You can't do nothing with her. You can't do anything with Vivica A. Fox. You can't do anything with Lisa Ray. That's why they single now. Throwing temper tantrums all over the goddamn internet. And we're supposed to be like, oh, they're there. Black men, sexist. Black men. Huh? Ageist for Tiffany, not Tiffany, sorry. For Tracy Ellis Ross. Huh? They're too patriarchal and they want to possess me. You can't do anything with them. The fact that they're so grown and so goddamn single is a testament to it, by the way. And DJ Scribbles, let's try to read this while we can. And DJ Scribbles says, and thank you for the super chat, I'm so glad you touched on that. Being very dark-skinned of Jamaican descent and growing up around West Indians, I had it rough in general, and specifically with the girls. So I'm always perplexed by women's one-sided account. They can't help it, bro. The only person that'll make mention of it every once in a blue moon, barely, is maybe Chrissy. Maybe every once in a blue moon. Yes, I can't believe it either, everyone. Maybe every once in a blue moon. Every 1,000 videos that she talk about black women and suffering with colorism, she'll do a throwaway line, you'll blink and miss it line about how maybe, possibly, maybe, once again, say it one more again, Z, maybe dark-skinned black men had a little tiny tough go at it. Just a little bit. Huh? And once again, thank you for the super chat. Yikes. So I just want to emphasize that it's a bunch of women, black women in particular, throwing temper tantrums all over the internet. And yet, we're just taking this at face value. We're just taking it seriously. We acted like this isn't a temper tantrum.
African-American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, he was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality, rest in peace.
Buy a dog and die alone.
Y'all see that, Sass? What was she really saying, Z? Z, how did you forget that one? Z, you forgot the one major goddamn temper tantrum of them all. Here we go.
And this is what I tell average looking and below average looking women. If you can't date up, be alone. Life is easier that way. And I know that's controversial. I don't care. I don't care.
Huh? And really, what did she say?
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? Yikes. So, once again, because black women and women in general, if we're going to be fair, aren't flailing on the floor, and there's actually one, somebody find me, wasn't it a Victoria's Secret? It was one of these stores, I want to say a white woman and a black woman got into an altercation about who was next in line or whatever the hell, and the white woman, who's a teacher, say it again, Z, if I remember correctly, she was a teacher. She literally was on the floor flailing. No, the black woman did not touch her. She was literally on the floor flailing. So yes, they actually do that occasionally. But apparently anything short of that, people act like they don't appreciate women throwing temper tantrums because life ain't going the way they want it to go. Like men don't have to deal with that also. We know when a man is having a breakdown. We know when a man is throwing a temper tantrum, and we have words for it. Either we're going to disparage him, we're going to try to talk him off the edge of the cliff, or we're going to tell him to jump. Ooh, goddamn, Z. Huh? But when women are throwing a temper tantrum, they're there. Huh? Yikes. And Champ Car for Life says, and thank you for the super chat, it's getting harder for black men to be with black women. Yes. Right? It's not that we don't find black women that are attractive. It's their attitude, it's their demeanor, it's their worldview, it's the fact that they're not white women and they demand that the whole world kiss their ass, it's the fact that they keep on using these victim stories against black men. Let me get this right. Y'all work with a bunch of white folks and Latinos. They ignore y'all, dismiss y'all, skip y'all for promotions, let y'all go. Y'all the last hired, first fired. Huh? Y'all are in these spaces with these people, but y'all number one complaint is about black men. Jesus Christ. Huh? These people are ignoring y'all. They're making fun of you. They're mocking you. They're touching your hair. The white guys might be trying to put their bid in, but they only want to smash, and you know it. Huh? Same thing with the Latinos. But once again, you reserve all of your resentment and your anger and your frustration for black men. Okay, yeah, that's it. I agree with Champ Car Life. Y'all just make it more and more difficult to be with y'all. And then after all of that, how they sound, Z, when they see y'all, when they see black men talking to white women, how they sound, Z?
Men in Germany are treated way differently than black women in Germany. Black men are appreciated in Germany. Black men are put in a cultural sense, in a societal sense, you are seen as interesting, whereas black women are seen as lesser.
An experience,
a novelty in which you can approach voyeuristically, and it's dehumanizing. I was a member at Soho House, and I remember seeing a black man sitting there, and there was all these white women around him glorifying him, gawking at the fact that he was existing. And I think black men need to acknowledge that their lived experience in Germany is disproportional to that of a black woman in Germany.
Oh boy. Huh? So I definitely want to cover that. Yes, I've been checking out the links y'all send me through my email. I've downloaded so many of them. We'll get around to it. Chief Rock, I did not forget about you. I just need a little bit of time because I kind of want to not be interrupted when I do that stream. Yeah, y'all, look, we know what it is, right? They're throwing temper tantrums and they're complaining wherever they can go. They're bringing up stories about their childhood, their youth. They're bringing up stories about when they were children, not being chosen, not being looked at as desirable. When they train tracks, when they were children. Not the same people that say, oh, y'all didn't turn being misogynistic into a personality trait. Not those people. Not the people calling black men Samuelites, trying to mock Kevin Samuels and those black men simultaneously. Not those people. Throwing temper tantrums like they're children. Tiffany Bird Harrison covering Pop the Balloon. And you better believe it, out of nowhere, black woman with her, when I was a child, when I was in middle school, the black boys, they were making fun of the black girls with the hair and that, and it reminds me of when and I'm traumatized. Oh boy. Every single time. Hey, look, man, black women always reserve, dear black men, black women reserve the right to be victims of you or play victims of you no matter what your interaction is. That's why Mr. Z about to tell y'all to don't be interacting with them at all. Leave them out there for the white men. Leave them out there for the white men. Go ahead, Ed.
Mario, Jorge, Cartwright, Shang Tsung. We got a thrift store of leftover bitches. They're leftover because apparently it ain't enough niggas is worth a damn. Whatever. Point is they left over. We need you to come pick them up. No instruction manual. Figure it out. Sprinkle some white ice on it. Maybe, I've heard the white ice is colder. Sprinkle some white ice on it. It goes with everything. If you come within the next 24 hours, we'll give you a complimentary book on how to date black women for white men. That's a $4 value.
Oh boy. Once again, y'all, I want to stress this. Dear Dear black men, these people reserve the right to make fun of you, mock you, call you lesser of a man, end up being the plaything for some white man for a couple years if they're lucky, marry him if they're lucky he marries them, have these kids, and then they're going to come back out here and then talk about being pro-black. Okay, yeah, that's it. Huh? Shout out to Only Logical. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, that's it. If they don't end up with the white dude or the Latino dude or the South Asian guy, or if they're lucky, East Asian guy, that still don't mean they ain't gonna be talking crap. You better believe it. Throwing temper tantrums all over the place. Huh? So once again, Champ Car for Life, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, and he also says, okay, this one is also, he says, some of the black women are just as bad as the racist white women when they call black men bullet bags. Oh, yeah, right? That was Keating Jade. We know who you're talking about. We know exactly who you're talking about. And she still gets to be on Ole's channel after she said that. We know exactly who you're talking about. Huh? We know who you're talking about. Ole has had her on her channel multiple times after the fact. Yikes. Huh? Yeah, you could talk like that about black men and everybody would be like, well. Huh? Meanwhile, you minding your own business as a 16-year-old flirting with your female classmate, your caramel, your light skin, even your dark skin with the bubble butt classmate, huh? And somewhere in the corner when you're not paying attention is some sister brooding. She's angry. Why?
Fair. That is not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? 20 years later, then here she is, and Tiffany Bird Harrison's comments talking about the black boys, they were making fun of the dark-skinned black women. And really what she's saying is,
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
huh? And once again, Champ Car Life, thank you for the super chat. Champ Car for Life. I keep reading that wrong. Champ Car for Life. Huh? Yikes. Oh, and you're right about that. And Saint Cyr says, and Keating J didn't come up with that. She got that from the divestors, which lets you know a lot, doesn't it? Well, lets you know a lot. Huh? The trans woman that Ole had on her channel once. What was her name? What was her name? What was her name? Oh, I forgot her name. Did it start with a T? Oh, I forgot her name. Anyway, when they had that conversation, the trans woman was saying, you know, yeah, some of these women, and I think she meant even like natural born girls that became women, had these resentful, divester ass thoughts about black men, and you know, we're walking them back from that, and we're working with them, and that. No, the hell y'all not, bro. No, y'all not. Talking crazy about black men is black women's favorite pastime, and that's okay. But guess what? Your sons see that, and they go pop up to the family event holding some Latina girl's hand. Don't ask him why. He's gonna lie to your face. You don't actually want him to tell you why. Huh? Don't ask your nephew why he popped up with the white girl. Don't ask him. Huh? Don't ask your younger cousin why he popped up with the Asian girl. Don't ask him. If he tell you the truth, it's gonna hurt your heart. Huh? Y'all be asking these boys and y'all expect them to tell y'all the truth. They're not gonna tell you the truth, and quite frankly, you don't want to know the truth. Mama, you traumatized the hell out of me, and I don't want to be with a woman like you, but thank you for raising me, though. Somebody tells Z he lying. Ooh. Huh? Mama, you and auntie and grandma them traumatized the hell out of me. Nope. Y'all great parents, great aunt, maybe not so much, but I'll be damned if I gotta be in a relationship with one of you. Somebody tells you he lying. Hey, Saint Cyr, I see what you're saying. And Saint Cyr says, Z, I've never been with a black woman, only Asian and Latinas. It's not by happenstance, to be honest. Huh? And you know what ends up happening? Saint Cyr, you know what they end up sounding like? Especially as you're doing better and better, and your girl cousin brings one of her friends to the family get together, and you don't notice that she looking at you. She looking at you with the Latina, huh? And you want to know what her attitude is inside? Huh? So Saint Cyr, when you had the family get together with the Asian chick or the Latina, and your cousin brought her friend over, huh? You don't know that she looking, but she looking, and she gonna stand right next to you and act the whole ass.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? Yikes. Throwing temper tantrums, and yet we gotta pretend like they not throwing temper tantrums. Okay. All right, black community, I see you. Huh? We have words, we have phrases for black men's quote unquote misbehavior. And so let me get this right. Tiffany Bird Harrison is talking about Pop the Balloon. Kim Foster mentioned it. Ole mentioned it. Delaney mentioned it. There's a whole lot of women now. It's too blatant now. And here's the scariest part of it. Y'all remember it was on SNL also, right? Saturday Night Live. You know the only reason they care about this is because white people are watching now. Ooh. Black women are showing their ass and white people are watching. The only reason they actually gave an F about Kevin Samuels, ooh, Z, you about to say it, is because white men were watching. Goddamn. Hey, black women, we're not the ones telling you to embarrass yourself in front of your prospects, your non-black prospects. That's not us. That's you. Huh? Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. And that's you. Huh? So now, Pop the Balloon is so famous, and black women still showing their ass and being extra unwarranted and unwarrantedly sassy. And so Tiffany Bird Harrison is covering it, and in her comments are black women copping please. The black men and their colorism and their featurism and their texturism. And when I was in middle school, she literally said, when I was in middle school, y'all thought Mr. Z was lying when I used to say that a couple of years ago, huh? Y'all thought Mr. Z was lying when I used to say that a couple of years ago. Let me see if my eyes focus, because this print is super small. Let me see. There we go. The thing that gives me the ick about the YouTube show is that is exactly how middle school and high school guys. Now we don't know how old this young lady is. I'm assuming probably somewhere in her 20s. With that, still, she said middle school and high school guys. Middle school and high school guys I grew up with, or I grew up around, were like, right? Oh boy. Y'all used to think Mr. Z was making it up, huh? You let them talk long enough. Don't direct the conversation. Well, if you're really skilled, you might be able to. Let them talk long enough, and we're going to go back to when we were 15 and 12 and 11 and 8. Yes, Z, 8. 8, y'all. Shout out to Ostefco, 8 years old. 8 and 11 and 12 and 15 and 16 and 17 years old. We in our 40s and they still talking about when we were 12 and 13 and 15. Huh? Thank you, Els Active. Prepubescent era. St. Cyr says Arrested Development. Huh? They're calling you all type of bullet bags, dusty, huh? Losers. Y'all giving them the ick. You let them talk long enough. The clock don't start at 20 or 18 or 25. No. The clock start at like 7, 6 years old, 8 years old. That's when the clock starts. 12 years old. Huh? And they use that to justify why they should be able to talk to you crazy. Throwing temper tantrums. Vivica A. Fox is 60, everyone. 60 years old. Lisa Ray is what, late 50s? 57, 58, something like that? Huh? Lisa Ray is like 58 years old, and she sounded like this in her damn near 60. We just gonna say 60. Damn near 60 years old, and she sounded like this.
I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. Why? Because if I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings, and it takes you your whole check to take me there, I don't want to stress you out. You cannot hang with me. You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacation and go on holiday for the month. We are not going to be able to make this work.
What is she really saying, Z?
Don't care how, I want it now.
Huh? Yikes. Who's another one, Z, with the crazy eyes? Look, crazy eyes.
He's aligning relationships on surface things versus grounding them in the depths of our spirit.
That made me think about Kevin Samuels.
Why? Why do you think about Kevin Samuels?
In terms of what I think I wasn't subscribed, so for the record, I wasn't one of his.
I was gonna say, you better put a disclaimer quick.
I'm not one of his followers.
Nobody care about what you got to say, lady. Well, apparently Comedy Hype does.
Messaging, it does seem from the outside he was trying to
look at those eyes.
What's the word? Balance out the criticism, kind of even the playing field.
Is that what he was trying to do?
In hindsight of men who, let me put this in.
I gotta pause right there. Because the condescending tone of, is that what he was trying to do? Y'all saw the look on her face? Y'all heard the tone, Mr. Z? Look, Mr. Z, no. Shout out to the black woman that used to be the white man, and she, you know, the white man, he's not offended. His masculinity is not threatened. Black women love saying this. His masculinity is not threatened by black women, because they want to be able to talk to you like this, and you eat it, black men. But here's the kicker. They're not talking to white men like this. Show me all the black women talking to white men exactly like that. Is that what he was doing? Condescending like. Huh? Exactly, Del. I saw that too. Why is dude so afraid? You better get, man. I wish Amanda Seals would. Huh? Thank you, Hardbuck. That's hysterical. And Hardbuck says, "Bro, backed all the way down." Huh? How you backing down from a woman who's perpetually single? Because she sound like that. Huh? Saint Cyr, I ain't even gonna read that comment. That's hysterical. And it's crazy because I listen to this dude all the time. He got a couple of dope joints I really like, especially on the smooth jazzy beats. Oh man, she should have listened to his music first. Apparently she did, but not well enough because his music would have told him Told you. Huh? And Revlon said, I said he was shook. Wasn't he? Amanda Seals, black women like you or black women writ large don't just get to make fun of, mock, belittle, make sexist little quips at black men, one-liners, question black men's masculinity, make all type of homophobic jokes about black men. Y'all don't get to do that for decades, and black men are just supposed to sit there and eat it. No, Kevin Samuels was a response to all that crap that women, well, oftentimes like you, used to say, and the response to it was crickets. So if you feel a certain way about that, take it up with black women. I bet you won't. Amanda Seals got it in her. She'll go to war with a lot of black women over a lot of things, but over black men, oh, that's a different conversation. Huh? Will Amanda Seals go far enough to say pick me? I will say when black women were telling her to go try to date white men and whatnot, she was like, whoa, 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 I don't know about that. Look. Huh? But let's be very clear. Miss Amanda Seals, y'all didn't say nothing about no Oprah. Y'all ain't say nothing about no Gayle King. Y'all said nothing about all of these women all through the 90s and early aughts. I really want to say the 80s. The 80s, the 90s, the early aughts, the 2010s, whether it was mainstream media, whether it was social media, talking all type of crazy about black men. Y'all didn't say anything about the music. Y'all said nothing about the movies. Y'all didn't say nothing about the articles. Whether it was black men sniping at black men, whether it was black women sniping at black men, y'all said nothing. All of a sudden, Kevin Samuels pop up and sexist monster. Okay, yeah, that's it. Huh? Is that what he was doing? Once again, here we go.
He's aligning relationships on surface things. Yeah. Versus grounding them.
No, the women were aligning relationships on surface
that made
things.
Me think about Kevin Samuels.
Why? Why do you think about Kevin Samuels?
In terms of what I think I wasn't subscribed. So for the record, I wasn't one of his.
I was gonna say you better put a disclaimer quick.
I'm not one of his.
Or else what?
But when I do talk to people that have been in tune with his messaging, it does seem from the outside he was trying to, I guess, what's the word?
Look at those eyes, and she wonder why she's single.
Criticism,
I'll pipe.
Even the playing field.
Is that what he was trying to do?
And run.
In hindsight of men who, let me put this in.
Look at her face. Look at her face.
Black men.
Look at her condescending look.
You're not raised in a matriarchal society, though. That's false.
It's not up for debate. We said so, so it is.
In a matriarchal society.
Sorry, y'all. I gotta pause it again. It's not up for debate. The men said it is, so it is. Oh, goddamn. Black men said we are, so it is. To all the Caribbean black women, to all the U.S. black women, we said we are, so it is. Oh, but the overall white patriarchy. What about the black community? Oh, yeah, that's what we thought. That's what we thought. We said it is, so it is. And if y'all don't agree with us, well, watch your nephews pull up with the Latina in. And don't ask him why either. Huh? Watch your nephews and your cousins them pull up with the white girls and don't ask them why either. With the South Asian women, if they could get them away from the white guys. Huh? Yikes. And Amanda Seals is Caribbean descent. Yeah, her cousins them pulling up with the South Asian women. Oh, you better believe it. The Latinas and the South Asian women. That's her cousins. Them the male cousins. That's what they pulling up with. If it's not a black woman, they definitely pull it up with the South Asian women and the Latinas. I put money on it. Huh? Yikes. And Dr. D says, LMAO, Kevin Samuels pulled his punches. He used kid gloves on these sisters, and on these quote unquote sisters. And believe it or not, they took that personal. They don't think that he pulled punches. What? Okay, let's be honest here. For any black woman that's listening, what y'all don't appreciate is if Kevin didn't pull his punches, you would have called in with one or two kids from one guy. You would have been 47 years old, and he would have just laughed in your face, and he would have hung up on you. Next, you're 36, 230 pounds, 5'5". He would have laughed at you and hung up. Next, you're $80,000 in student loan debt. You 5'6", 212 pounds, with two kids from two different men. He would have laughed at you and hung up. Next, you're 47, live at home with your parents, one kid, work a menial job, no real upward mobility. He would have laughed in your face and hung up. Next, if y'all really wanted Kevin to be cutthroat and be 100% honest, that's what it would have been like. You would have called in, 23 years old, okay, marginal looks, sassy as all hell, right? Why are black women always told to settle? He would have laughed in your face, told you won't be single forever. Next, if you really wanted some honest, if Kevin Samuels did not pull his punches, that's what it would have been. He would have ran through a few dozen women every night, telling them to say, hey, that ain't gonna happen. Next, hey, you better get comfortable getting ran through by your coworkers, because what you talking about ain't gonna happen. Next, you better get comfortable with that rose toy, because what you talking about ain't gonna happen. Next, you better be prepared to bury 2 or 3 house pets in your lifetime by yourself, because what you talking about ain't gonna happen. Next, you better start saving money for them test tube babies, because ain't no man going to enter your life and stay. Next, if Kevin Samuels was pulling punches, that's what it would have been. And it would have been a couple of dozen women every night. He wouldn't be spending 30 minutes talking to one woman. He would have been talking to y'all for all of 2 and 5 minutes. Next, Dr. D, they don't think he pulled punches. They think Kevin was a mean-ass old man. That's how they talk. You see it on Kendra G's channel. They be dead-ass serious. 3 kids from 3 different dudes calling into Kendra G, 48 years old, talking about what they're not going to settle for. And Kendra G is actually entertaining this without telling them, girl, that it ain't going to happen. It's just not. It's not. You better, that coworker that keep on flirting with you, you better see what you can make work with him. Kendra G don't ever, like, let me take that back. Every once in a while, if she gets frustrated, she'll lightly singe black women, just lightly. But she still ain't being 100 with them. Ma'am, 95% chance your opportunities at anything more than a smash and dash, or maybe a friends with benefit that lasts 10 years, anything more than that, yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Yikes. They don't really believe that Kevin was pulling his punches. Wow. Grab second gear says she gonna hunt your ass down, Z. She gonna hunt your ass down, Z. Laughing my butt off. Them eyes don't lie. Don't do it. I'm not scared to know Amanda Seals. She's not the only one from the Caribbean. I didn't look, man. Especially growing up in South Florida, you've been around all of these little light-skinned, cute, sisters with all the sass in the world, the dark-skinned, cute Caribbean sisters with all the sass in the world, the light-skinned, cute Caribbean sisters with all the sass in the world. That don't mean nothing. They still get piped and tossed. You know how many Amanda Seals black women are running around South Florida with 1 or 2 baby daddies? Huh? They was with this one for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Then they with that one for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And now they super single, horny as hell. Huh? Taking trips back home to get smashed out by the dude they used to go to school with. Huh? Or if y'all really want to know, they sneaky leaking with one of their coworkers that they would be embarrassed if people found out. Huh? Whether it's the janitor, whether it's the groundskeep, he inserted himself right into the drawers, but she want to keep it on the low. You know how many of Amanda Seals we got running around the black community, the Caribbean community in South Florida? Huh? They get smashed on by their white coworker, by the Latino coworker, by a brother they would be ashamed if other people found out. Huh? By another Caribbean dude. We got a lot of Amanda Seals running around here. That Amanda Seals ain't saying nothing, bro. I done seen Amanda Seals look, Amanda Seals face, that facial expression she put. I done seen that my entire life. Amanda Seals ain't saying nothing. I could tell you why Amanda Seals is single. I done met Amanda Seals my entire life. Yes, they smart, they're witty. When you're not smashing, all that's fun. Huh? Quick one-liners, they're interesting. That's fun. And you smash and you gotta run for your life. Huh? After you pipe and feel like you conquered, ooh, Z, you saying too much. Don't be giving away the secret, Z. You run for your life because you can't do nothing with that. Huh? Hell yeah. And Mr. Shook to you says, Kendra G show, we listen, but we don't judge. Equal, we listen, but we don't judge. The craziest thing, and I really would wish that she would press them on giving the last time they got intimate. But she'd be like, when's the last time you got intimate? And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Nope. Yes, you do gotta answer. Go ahead and lie to us. Tell us it was 3 months ago, yet it was 3 hours ago. Huh? So sometimes you get them to lie, sometimes you get them to say they don't want to answer it. But the funniest ones is when they're like, oh, a week ago. Wait, you've been single for 2 years though. Uh-oh. Huh? Yikes. Huh? I'm gonna read that out loud. Hysterical. I'm not even gonna read that out loud. And Line Player One says, and thank you for the super chat. Liked her. I think you meant to say liked her and insecure. Liked her and insecure. But when I heard that she was basically crazy and talking all kind of cuckoo bananas, I changed my opinion about her totally. No, I've been knowing about Amanda Seals for a long time now. And she's been this same Amanda Seals for a long time now. Huh? The reason why I played this Amanda Seals clip to go with what we're covering here today is to emphasize when you saw the look on her face, when you saw her response to the interviewer, understand she was pissed. Why are you thinking about Kevin Samuels? She's also saying, why are you bringing him up? And she's straight up lying when she says the whole part of you. Essentially, he wasn't trying to bring us together. These women were looking for lifestyle. Could we stop pretending like women aren't all over the internet and in real life screaming from the top of their lungs. They're looking for a paymaster, a man that provides, protects, and shuts up. They're all over the place, essentially saying that. And I'm watching grown-ass adults pretend like y'all don't hear them. I'm watching men pretend like y'all don't hear women saying that. I'm watching women pretend like y'all don't hear other women saying that. I don't care if they don't say it in those exact words verbatim. That's what they're saying. Where are the men to protect, provide, and shut up? Huh? Amanda Seals has been the same Amanda Seals since I've been watching her. Since she would pop up on the Breakfast Club. I never watched Insecure, so Insecure. In different interviews I've seen of her, different times she ever went live or whatever. All the videos, it's the same Amanda Seals. Huh? Whether she would recount her little situationships or relationships or little whatever the hell's, it's the same Amanda Seals. Should be. I remember one time her and Charlamagne were talking, and she said Charlamagne made her cry because Charlamagne essentially told her that you're gonna keep that up and you're gonna be single for life. I think that interview was what, 4, 5, maybe even 6 years ago, and here we are. Huh? And here we are. Because around the black community, and to be frank with you, around America in the West is a bunch of women running around sounding like this.
Don't care how I want it now.
Hey, if y'all remember what happened to Homegirl after this song, though, uh-oh. Huh? It's a whole lot of women running across the West sounding like this.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? A bunch of women running around America, running around the West, definitely running around the black community, definitely running around the black community, sounding like this. Huh? So once again to Miss Tiffany Bird Harrison. She doesn't know where she's been listening this long, but I want to stress this too. If black women and girls are going to continue to weaponize their ideas of intersectionality against black boys and men, then we will respond to that with absolute undiluted indifference. 10 tons of indifference. Huh? It will always be this. If y'all want to weaponize intersectionality, dear black women, if you want to weaponize intersectionality, if you always want to play victims of black men and boys, you better believe that the way black men and boys are going to respond is this.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
You get nothing. Nothing. Let's make sure that you appreciate that. If you're going to shred, and you already have, shred the social contract between black men and black women, y'all shred that decades ago, then you get nothing.
You will put other people in this organization at risk, and that organization does not want to take that risk. So you do not have this job anymore if you decline it. With any public health decision, there has to be a consequence to you not participating in that social contract.
And the consequence to that is you get nothing.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Huh? And y'all'll be all right.
Hey, yo, hey, niggas get shot every day, B. You be aight, nigga. You tough, right?
Huh? So hopefully I left this on screen long enough for those of you who needed to read it. Y'all read it, right? And so I just want to make sure that we get this nice and clear. I know I'm talking to a black woman about other black women. I know, everyone. I know. Huh? With that, black women, you want to keep on playing this way? I know what country I live in. I don't know about everybody else. Everybody in Black America act like they don't get it. All of a sudden, everybody act like they don't live in America. I don't know what country everybody else is living in. Huh? Especially with automation and with Trump and apparently with the AI thing, what Trump is trying to sign, or I think he did sign it, is ain't no excuse me. There will be no slowing down or halting AI for a decade. That's coming from the federal government, not your local or state government. From the federal government. In other words, let it fly. If people get their head chopped off, no jobs, oh well. That's coming down from your federal government. And in this environment, black women want to still be antagonistic? All right. Huh? And as Vince says here, thank you for the super chat. And Vince says, you gets Nathan. Huh? You get nothing. 106,000 jobs in 1 month, 300 and some odd thousand jobs in what, the span of about 5 months, give or take? You gets Nathan. Huh? And once again, thank you for the super chat. Vince, thank you for the super chat. In a well-ordered community, black people would have their own think tank. Black people would be preparing for automation and the software systems, eating jobs, eating some blue-collar black men's jobs, obviously some white-collar black men's jobs, eating a whole lot of black women, white-collar jobs, eating some of our professional brothers and sisters' jobs. In a well-ordered community, you would have a think tank that would be preparing for what the next move is, what direction we need to direct the black community to, what's next up. But no. We're too busy coddling, and they say we're the ones that's coddled. Funny. We're too busy coddling black adult women because of whatever rejection trauma they're feeling. They suffered from when they were 8 and 12 and 14 and 16 and 17 years old. Huh? Yikes. And Vince says, I'm in a bind, Nate. Yeah, that's all it is. I suspect many of us who survive on the other side of this over the next few years and decades, you're going to be getting a lot of that. Whether you're in a relationship or married or not. Huh? I think we're going to be getting a lot of that. Because to be frank with you, I don't think China or America got the answers for automation, bro. And for for AGI, I don't think they got. I think right now it's we got to do it before the U.S. do it. No, we got to do it before China do it. And everybody's just all right. Gloves off. Okay then. Huh? Both of them are gloves off. Huh? Preparing thrusters and they pressing buttons and flipping knobs. Right? I said flipping knobs. Flipping switches. There you go, Z. Preparing for takeoff. And whoever get left behind, get left behind. And this is the environment where y'all still want to be antagonistic to black boys and black men? All right. If you think you could survive this winter, and if you shout out to black women, because this is the thing. This is a gift and a curse, because black women who keep themselves fit age very gracefully. Even the ones that don't keep themselves so fit, they face be still looking young and round, but young-ish, huh? And that's a gift and a curse, because they really think they're gonna wake up after antagonizing and making fun of the men for 20 years of their adult life. They're gonna wake up at 43 years old and 47 years old and 52 years old and still be able to catch not even a late train. They're gonna run to the next stop and catch a train. They think they're our moms and our grandmas. See, our moms and grandmas was able to pull that on our granddads. Damn, Z, you wasn't supposed to say that out loud. I know. Millennials and younger Xers and Gen Z think they could still pull that. We'll see. Huh? Let me get this right. From 18, we're talking about adults here. From 18 to 38, it was just straight up middle fingers to black men. And you think you're gonna wake up at 42 and be like, okay, I'm looking for a relationship now? Okay, all right. Huh? Yikes. And then we have adult black women talking about who wasn't attracted to them when they were in middle school. I don't care how that lady framed it in the comments. She's really saying these boys wasn't checking for me in middle school, and the self-hate. I didn't let y'all see the last paragraph of that statement. And she says, "Pop the balloon for me is another form of self-hate and stereotypes about blackness. Black men really do need to heal and learn to love themselves before looking for love from someone else." Man, pop the balloon mainly is sassy ass women, not the men. Mean, sassy ass women. And you talking about the men. Huh? And you're talking about the men. Told y'all, it don't matter what we talking about, they're going to frame it like they're the victims of you, dear black men. They're going to frame it like they are the victims of you. It don't matter what we talking about. Black women reserve the right to play victim of you no matter what we're speaking about. The black men, they made fun of me. Huh? So on that note, y'all, we ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer. Too much longer. But like I said, I saw the thing from I did listen to Sarge Willie Pete about white folks. I did check out Kim Foster's stream. Kim Foster keep on talking like she's above the gender war while she engages in the gender war. Yes, I saw that also. Huh? So yeah, I'm checking out those things. I'm still paying attention to my AI stuff, the craziness going on there. Huh? There's something else I want to bring up. I gotta cover. There's something else I want to cover, but let me go see if I can find this thing from Deontay. This clip or this video from Deontay. Shout out to Leon for letting me know. And Leon, are you sure it was a? Because I believe you if you say he responded to BGS, but let me see if he said anything about me for real. We'll see, But you know, Mr. Z. So if that's what we go, and all right, no. I would love to see them duck and dodge. Y'all about to make Z go into the archive with the clips. Huh? I would love to see y'all say duck and dodge. So I'll look for if anybody finds it or finds what Leon was speaking about, email me, right? Email once again, email is always in the description box. Email me. Oh yeah, talk about that. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the super chat. Hit the thank you button for the replay squad. Shout out to the replay squad. Yeah. So, email and Cashapp and all that stuff is in the description box. So y'all just let me know if y'all find the link and because maybe y'all will find it before I do. So just in case, right? And on that note, everyone, we will pause right there. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, and let Mr. Z end on out with the women throwing a goddamn temper tantrum all over these goddamn interwebs. All right, y'all. Mr. Z out.
I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. Why? Because if I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings and it takes you your whole check to take me there, I don't want to stress you out. You cannot hang with me. You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacation and go on holiday for the month. We are not going to be able to make this work.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
This is as nice as it's gonna get. So basically, I don't like someone who's based on like image, like he said the wig thing, but you have on a tight shirt and tight pants. So it's like, if you're gonna talk on someone else's image, you should look at your own image.
I looked at my image 10 times in the back. This nigga's old. You see.
Don't be talking about wigs and you need to go to the gym.
Hey, I done lost a little weight, man. It's okay. It's cool.
That's what I'm saying. You worry about wigs, you should be worried about the gym and the diet and other things like that. I just feel like, once again, if you're gonna be focused on aesthetics, you should be aesthetically pleasing.
That's cool.
That's just my thing.
I feel you.
Plug.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
You date a bus driver? You. Would you date
If he owns the bus. If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in the society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well. I would date a bus.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not going to pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not going to sit in every girl's face and, complimenting them, So I didn't find that offensive to me. But I'm very, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's going to always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit
provide, and shut up.
catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit.
That's what she said.
Since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute.
Oh my God, bro.
You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not.
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
African American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, he was a shock jock. And, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality, rest in peace.
Buy a dog and die alone.
Well, whether you're 5 or 45, temper tantrums don't really go away for some people. Consumer reporter Kristen Severance explores the cause behind an adult temper tantrum.
kicking, screaming, falling to the floor, throwing things. It doesn't take much to set them off. More and more adults are caught on tape throwing temper tantrums thanks to technology. Could there be something more going on?
Most of us are able to get angry and express our frustration in a constructive way.
For others, says therapist Diane Kolodzinski, something as simple as spilt milk literally is enough to send them over the edge.
Go to 0 to 100 really fast.
It's called intermittent explosive disorder.
People who have this disorder cause a lot of suffering. They themselves suffer, and they make a lot of other people suffer, and these people who are subject to the aggression.
Psychiatrist Igor Galinker says as many as 1 in 20 people now suffer from the disorder.
A person who has intermittent explosive disorder feel they don't have control.
Yelling, screaming, throwing things, hitting the wall.
Or worse.
They could hit the other person or push them.
What differentiates intermittent explosive disorder from a bad temper, experts say, is the disproportionate response. Cursing at someone who cuts you off while driving, for example, is pretty typical. But chasing the car down and ramming it could be the behavior of someone suffering from the disorder.
I was flipping furniture over.
This man, who started a vlog about living with the disorder, says he was relieved to finally find out the root of his overreactions and even more comforted to learn it's treatable.
I started to work hard to do something about it.
Experts say treatment typically includes therapy and learning techniques to self-soothe. The exact cause of this disorder is unknown, but experts say it's probably caused by a number of environmental and biological factors. The disorder typically begins in childhood after the age of 6 or during adolescence and is more common in people under the age of 40. Back to you.